Okay, we're at the next job, getting this one going, moving along. It didn't need all the decking, but I wanted to show step flashing. Well, I have the opportunity to talk about ice and water walls and flashing versus the old mill finish coil stock flashing going up the wall. The guys trimmed this back to remove some of it. Now, I'm not a fan of that. In the past videos I've shot around Christmas and New Year's, they were leaking because they relied solely on that down to the roof deck and then shingled. The problem is if water gets in anywhere along your wall with continuous roll flashing like that, it's going to run down the entire wall, eventually finding somewhere in something done wrong, hitting a nail, hitting the top of a shingle, running over, whatever. Shingle step flash, basics on flashing. They call it step flash because it's every step of the way. Shingle step, shingle step, shingle step, shingle step, all the way up. What's good with that is when it's in there, if any water gets in anywhere on the shingle and runs off, it's on that piece of flashing, which then runs out onto this. What's that? You say, oh, what if it goes off of that? Well, it comes out on that piece of flashing right there. And it repeats the process all the way down. It's really easy. Put a piece of flashing in. Doesn't matter which one you look at. Piece of flashing everywhere. Step flashing. It's very affordable compared to the alternative. You want to try to cut corners and save that stuff, and then you have a leak. What's going to cost more? Sending somebody out and your reputation, damage inside, water intrusion, and all that because you're trying to save little pieces of aluminum flashing. So on flashing, some basics with the flashing. The old shingles were a 5-inch exposure right here. If you're using anything that's not 5-inch exposure, and they're 5 5/8, 5 1/2, 6-inch, something like that, you need to use the larger flashing. They're typically 4-inch by 4-inch, and I think 6 or 7 tall. Reason is the old mill finish flashing is shorter. It's not as high up. So if you have a larger visible exposure here, your flashing's not going to lap sufficiently there. That's why it's important to use the new stuff. They do come painted black, white, brown, Terratone clay, whatever. In this case, shingle step, shingle step. If you have the larger visible exposure shingle, your shingle goes in, your next piece of flashing laps this correctly and covers it. I'm keeping this away so you can see. And again, the ice and water under the old flashing, or hell, even over, it doesn't matter if you're going to reflash it. Do it right. Take a few minutes. You're going to avoid any potential issues going forward. Some people will do ice and water. I don't have a preference. It's not going to hurt by having it, but if you're not going to use it and you do something wrong, then it's going to definitely be a problem. It doesn't have to be a full pass. You can cut it in half, whatever. He's coming up on me here, so we're going to get out of his way so he can keep moving. Hey. No, I know. He's going to, oh, yeah, he's going to cut it. I stopped him. He was up here actually working, going to finish this out, and I said, I'm going to finish a video here real quick, so I booted him down to the edge, which he did, and he's up here. I'm in his way, so I'm going to get out of it. We're going to see what else we can shoot here for you. If you like to give it a quick thumbs up. Until next time, be safe. We'll see you then.